Hello again from Gateway Materials Test Center. My name is Joshua Tucker. I'm the lead test engineer here at the test center. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about the ASTM D1781, which is the climbing drum peel test for adhesives. So we're going to show you a little bit about the test specimens that come in, how we process them, show you the test itself, and tell you a little bit about the results that we get. Right here is one of the specimens. This is actually an already tested specimen of a climbing drum peel type geometry. So as you can see, we have here a honeycomb core composite with fiberglass facings. So the goal with this test here is you have to have extra facing on each end so that it can be peeled off of the specimen. So what you're looking for here is basically a force per width. It's not necessarily a stress, it's just a force per width that it takes to peel whatever adhesive you have off of the substrate that you have in question. So this right here is a test specimen. So let's go look at it set up on the machine and we'll get started testing. Alright, so here we have our universal testing machine. It's a 5900 Instron. We have the fixture set into the machine here. We don't have the specimen set up yet. We'll show you that later. But right now I wanted to tell you a little bit about some of the calibrations that are necessary in setting up this specimen test. So we're looking for an average peel strength. Like I was talking about earlier, the force necessary per width to peel this off, but we also, since we have a climbing drum peel fixture here, we're worried about torque because there is a nominal distance away from this facing that the drum peel is away from it. So there's a torque necessary in order to calculate. So you have to have basically this diameter, the outside diameter of the fixture here, plus half of these bands minus this diameter plus half of the facing, just one facing on the specimen, and you have to subtract those two, and that right there is just it's a calibration torque value that you have to put into the method in order to get the correct torque out of the system. But there's also, since this whole thing is pretty heavy and it climbs up along the side of the specimen, you have to enter in a calibration load value too, because there's a lot of load on here that's not necessary for the peeling. We don't need to know how much this weighs. We just need to know the force it takes to peel this adherent off of the substrate. So we do a calibration run with just the facing, only the facing by itself. We hook it all up, we let it run, and we get an average value for the load necessary to not only pull the drum up, but also to bend this facing, which is a very small amount of load, but it is still not part of the system, so we have to take it out. So that's really all the calibration things that we've got going on. So now we're just going to set it up and we're going to show you the test. So we hope you enjoyed our presentation of the ASTM 1781, the standard test method for climbing drum peel of adhesives. If you or your company desire any sort of testing such as this to be done, please give us a call here at Gateway Materials Test Center. We'd be happy to do that testing for you. Our phone number is 336-217-5185. Have a good evening.